Ladies and gentlemen, it is the big one. Manchester United, RB Leipzig, the final match day for the Champions League group stages. Only one will qualify. Who will go through to the Champions League final 16 and who will fall into the Europa League, feeling what a missed opportunity and also wondering what could have been for their team. Let's find out my opinion and this Manchester United match prediction in this video. Let's do it. What's up everybody, it's the Aidan Sports Show and welcome back to another video. Today we've got a Manchester United versus RB Leipzig Champions League match predictions video where we go through the starting 11 for Manchester United versus RB Leipzig and give my score prediction at the very end of the video. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Aidan Sports Show YouTube channel, turn notifications on and let me know in the comments below, do you think Manchester United will be able to qualify in this game, the last game of the Champions League? We have so much to discuss, and ultimately if we win and we do qualify, do you think we can go a very far distance within this Champions League campaign? Now ultimately this is the final, this is the decider for us. This game could very well be our Champions League final if we don't take it seriously enough. We could end up losing this game and returning to the Europa League, which, as it's fine to be in Europe, but I don't think anybody wants to be in the Europa League when they've experienced the Champions League. We've versed PSG and RB Leipzig so far this year, two of the better teams in the Champions League. You want to see us compete against some of the best teams in the world. That's the whole point of the Champions League. You want to see us versus a Barcelona. You want to see us versus a Real Madrid. You want to see us versus a Bayern. And you want to see us versus all these teams, because that is what the best teams should be doing. They should be facing each other. And the more that you face the best teams, the better you become as a team. So I don't want Manchester United's exit to be tonight. And I'm praying, this is the most nervous I'll ever be. I simply do not want Manchester United to leave the Champions League tonight. I just don't think it's our time to go right now. I would have much better preferred exiting in the semi-finals or even the quarterfinals, something like that. I just don't want us to be that team that just gets eliminated in the group stages, especially when we've had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to qualify. We've let ourselves down if we do not qualify today. It's all or nothing. Manchester United with their backs against the wall. This seems to be the best when Manchester United perform. When our backs are against the wall. When it's a win or it's nothing. When it's qualify or it's Europa League. I feel like this is the time for Manchester United to show everybody their true character, to show their demeanour, to show their ambitions, to show their fight. I think they should be able to do that today, and if they don't do that today, then they ultimately have no one to blame but themselves, because they've had 3 opportunities to put themselves through to the Champions League round of 16, and all the opportunities that they have failed. So it's up to us, and let's see if we can do that. Now, RB Leipzig, last time we versed them, we beat them a very comfortable 5-0. That game the score didn't really determine the game, to be honest, because they were a very decent side until around the 70th minute. Then, of course, we brought the substitutions on and the game ended it from there. So we will come into this game fairly confident, knowing that we can beat them before and they have yet to beat us. But ultimately, will that be the case when it comes to the away team? We were the home team last time. We play much better away from home. But if we go 1-0 down to RB Leipzig, it could be lights out for Manchester United, because the thing is, this is not the Premier League. This is not a one-game tie. This is not a game where you have 30 games to go afterwards and you can be lenient. You can still attack. You can still get the second goal. If we go 1-0 down, RB Leipzig are going to shut up shop and park the bus, because their future, their livelihoods was just as much on the line as ours. They don't want to go into the Europa League. They were Champions League semi-finalists. If they wanted to go to the Europa League, then they ultimately would lose this game. They would lose it comfortably as well. But I don't see them wanting to go to the Europa League. Why would you go from the Champions League semi-finals straight to the Europa League? Same with PSG. PSG have a tough game as well. They don't want to go to the Europa League. They beat Man United simply because they don't want to go to the Europa League. So there's a lot to discuss, and there's a lot that's on the line for every single team, probably except for Istanbul. So It's put up or shut up. It's fight time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to go. It's time to fight and see where we're going to be as a team this season. If we're going to have the ambition of reaching a Champions League, going into the Champions League as one of the favourites, or if we're going to be a Europa League team and obviously entering the Europa League as one of the favourites. And I think I'd obviously prefer the Champions League. There's no question about it. So let's go into the Manchester United starting 11. There are a few injuries that we do need to talk about, and we'll get to them towards the end of the video. In goal, I've gone with David De Gea. Fairly simple. David De Gea is back training. Dean Henderson had a wonderful game against West Ham, so I could see Dean Henderson playing here. But David De Gea is training. He's fit. Ollie said he's travelled, so all that means that probably David De Gea will play this game. Again, I'm not really concerned about who the goalkeeper is, to be honest. The one thing that I just want to see is a clean sheet. I want to see a clean sheet because even if we draw this game, we will qualify. So I want to see a clean sheet this game. I don't want to see a goal down. I don't want to see a stupid goal conceded like Istanbul and, of course, Crystal Palace and all those teams where we can see the silly goals. I don't want to see that today. This is not the day to see that. I want to see a clean sheet for Manchester United. In the right back position, I've gone with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Fairly simple here. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is our best right back. I think in this game you need to play your best players. There's no resting of the players today. Everybody that's eligible to play, that's travelled and is able to play, you need to put them in. Aaron Wan-Bissaka had a fairly good performance against West Ham. Saved us from losing that game, to be honest. So I am in no way, shape or form doubting Aaron Wan-Bissaka to show up in this game. So we have to wait and see. Again, defensively, we need our best defenders on the pitch today. So whoever that may be, we need to make sure that they perform with their livelihoods on the line, because that very well could be it. If we see a Victor Lindelof mistake, if we see a Harry Maguire mistake that leads us to go into the Europa League, then I don't think it's going to be that much recoverable for their careers, because everybody's going to remember that. It's not going to be easily forgotten. So hopefully we end up keeping a clean sheet in this game, and I think Wan-Bissaka is a strong case to do so. Now, obviously, speaking of the centre-backs, we just talked about the two that I think are going to play tonight. Victor Lindelof, first of all. Victor Lindelof's had a good run of form. Again, partnership with Harry Maguire is always something that you need to be concerned about, but ultimately, both centre-backs have had decent runs of form, and that could be from the CDMs, but that could also be from their play alone. So they look shaky at times. They will always look shaky. Those two together look shaky consistently. And it's the sad thing is every single one of our centre-backs consistently look shaky. So I'm not surprised by that. But at the end of the day, I just want to see how this will go. I want to see Victor Lindelof do what he does. I think last game against RB Leipzig, I'm pretty sure he played. He was a very good player in that game. So I want to see him do it again. In the other centre-back position, I've gone with Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire was part of the Champions League press conference. Now, if you're going by recent history, that probably means he's on the bench, but I don't see any situation in the world where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer drops Harry Maguire, the captain of Manchester United, in one of the most important games in the Champions League. So I'm fairly certain, out of every single person I've said, Scott McTominay when he got benched, Donny van de Beek when he got benched, I'm fairly certain Harry Maguire will be playing this game. I'm super confident about that, and there's no reason why he shouldn't be. So that's fair enough. Now, the left-back position is fairly interesting because, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Luke Shaw that travelled today, and Luke Shaw is fit to play. But in saying that, I'm not sure if Luke Shaw is going to be ready for this game. So I'm going to pick Alex Telles for the sake of this game. I think Manchester City is probably where Luke Shaw will make an appearance. It's good to see Luke Shaw back. Of course, now we have proper competition in that left-back position. We've got an offensive-minded player and a defensive-minded player that are both very good at what they do. So the left-back position should be safe and sound, locked up for Manchester United right now. We've got two very good left-backs, two very different left-backs. And ultimately, I think both of them will make an appearance for Man City. So I reckon Luke Shaw is probably going to sit out for this one. But it's good to see that he's travelled. And if there is an emergency for an Alex Telles substitution, it's good to see that we do have Luke Shaw on the bench that can do something for this team in both attacking and defensive ways, but mainly defensively for Luke Shaw. And I think Alex Telles should be the one to play today. We're going to need a goal in this game. Alex Telles has a lot of passion for this team. You saw in his celebration last game. And also, I think he's the most dangerous player on the team when it comes to whipping a ball in for a good delivery. And we need to see more of that at Manchester United. And one of those crosses will make the difference, similar to the West Ham game. One of those crosses made the difference. So hopefully we can see that once again against RB Leipzig. Moving into the CDMs. Now, you guys know that Fred cannot play in this game, so I think that's safe to say. Fred is not going to be eligible to play in this game, so we're going to have to adjust towards that. Now, does that mean going Matic and Scott McTominay, or we're going to go for a little bit of a similar face in Donny van de Beek and Scott McTominay? Now, I prefer the latter, and I'm going to tell you why. I think Donny van de Beek should be playing in this game, because I think what makes this team so unique and so good in the midfield is the vibrancy, the energy. And I think Donny van de Beek provides that over Nemanja Matic. Now, Nemanja Matic is someone I would play next to Donny van de Beek, but I wouldn't necessarily play Matic and McTominay, because you're ending up having a very slow, sluggish 2 CDM type team. You're going to end up having 2 CDMs that are not able to provide that much energy. I mean, Scott McTominay will be doing all those things, but Nemanja Matic kind of slows that down. So if you have 2 players with the vibrancy, 2 players with energy, 2 players with the tenacity, even if Scott McTominay might not be good enough at this level, he does bring a lot of energy into this team. I think energy is exactly what we're going to need. We're going to need this team to get pumped up, not slowed down. So I'm going to pick Donny van de Beek in this game. I feel like Ollie should do the same. Again, if Ollie drops Donny van de Beek, it's just... I can't trust Ollie if he keeps on dropping Donny van de Beek, our most consistent midfielder, and he's dropping him. So I don't want to see that, and I don't think I will see that today. I think he has to play Donny van de Beek in that CDM position. I think if it's too little too late, if you put Matic in, you've pretty much lost me as a supporter if we lose that game and you don't play Donny van de Beek. So that's the seriousness of playing him in this game. And again, if he does end up not playing and Ollie gets it right, then that's when I say fair play, you got it right. But today, I have a feeling Donny van de Beek will be the reason why we could potentially win that game. So give him the opportunity to do so. Moving into the other CDM position, obviously I spoke about him already, Scott McTominay. Look, I don't think Scott McTominay is a good enough player to be consistently starting for Manchester United. But I think when the chips are down, Ollie's gonna back the plays that he trusts the most. And I think he trusts Scott McTominay more than any other midfielder. Now, ultimately, you could very well see Paul Pogba start in this game. You could very well see a diamond in this game, which means Paul Pogba will be playing as well. So don't give your hopes up on that, because ultimately that can happen. I think we played a diamond against them the first time, and we did very well against them. So I think the diamond is probably what we're going to play. So yes, Paul Pogba will be part of this team as well, most likely. And maybe Donny van de Beek moves to the right of the diamond. But yes, Scott McTominay should be playing in this game, in my opinion. If it's Nemanja Matic, that's fine. But I ultimately think that it should be Scott McTominay for the energy, the movement. And again, players like Paul Pogba and Bruno, who can't always be in the right position, especially when they're attacking so much, Scott McTominay is able to fill that position up. Scott McTominay is able to get there quickly. And we just wait and see. Look, honestly, we just wait and see. But again, Scott McTominay could definitely be the wrong choice. I don't know where Matic is. I don't know how Matic has been going. The last time I saw Matic was probably a substitution a few games ago. I don't know if he's really up to the pace of starting these games. I don't know, because I haven't seen him start for a long time. So, again, that's a decision Ollie's going to have to make. In the other centre mid position, I guess, it's going to be Paul Pogba. I have no real reason for that. I just think Paul Pogba will start. A lot of things have been talked about Paul Pogba recently. Mina Raiola just can't seem to shut up about him. And once again, he's put Paul Pogba in a very tough predicament with Manchester United fans. And ultimately, I might make a separate video about that, because I think what Raiola's doing right now is a disgrace to football. But ultimately, I think Paul Pogba still has the backing of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think that's the most important thing. Now, ultimately, would you drop Paul Pogba just to send a message to say, if you don't want to be here, then we're not going to play you? I don't know if Ollie's that type of character. I think Ollie's going to play his best players here. So Paul Pogba will probably play in this game. And again, all of this Mina Raiola talk is is just tiring at this point. So I might make a separate video about that. I might not. At the end of the day, I just really simply cannot be bothered about the Paul Pogba show right now. Every single week, it seems like there's a new drama. It's like I'm watching reality TV. I simply just cannot deal with it right now. So I might make one later on. It's definitely not going to be today, and it's definitely not going to be tomorrow. Moving into the attacking midfielder, I guess, Bruno Fernandes. He has to play. I think I should just leave it at that. He has to play. There's no way in the world that Bruno doesn't play unless he's injured. So he's not injured. He has to play. This is the biggest game we're probably going to have in this season. He has to play. And if we win, I'm going to pretty much put a lot of money on it. That's going to be down to him. That's making the difference in that game. The last two attackers of the game. First things first, let's talk about Mason Greenwood. Yes, Mason Greenwood, I believe, will start in this game. Now, with the Diamonds, we're going to need two upfront strikers. Now, Marcus Rashford should be a given to play, but Mason Greenwood, I think, is the player that should definitely start as well. Had a fantastic goal against West Ham, and I think a confidence booster like that should take you all the way over to a game like RB Leipzig. And if he can score against RB Leipzig, then we have a real contender on our hands to be a main starter. Considering how Martial and Cavani are injured right now, Martial has had poor form. Greenwood could seriously make his claim into the starting spot for Manchester United within this game if he's able to make the impact. Now again, clinicalness for Mason Greenwood is a given. He's always going to be super clinical. But it's up to Mason Greenwood to put himself in that opportunity. Now, I don't think he's performed the best with a two up front. So I think he needs to get better at that. But I think when he plays down the middle, he's clearly a much better player than he does anywhere else. So I want to see him play down the middle. I want to see him get an opportunity to score. And I think 9 times out of 10, if he has the opportunity, he's probably going to score. So that's what I want to see from Mason Greenwood. That's the objective. That's the goal for him today. And Marcus Rashford. Now, recent history shows that Marcus Rashford plays very well against RB Leipzig. He got a hat-trick within less than 10 minutes. I think that even in his last game, he was definitely one of the best I've seen in his performances. So I think it's safe to say that Marcus Rashford should be playing in this game, and I think he will play in this game, and I think he should do well in this game. Will he score? I think it's just a little bit too optimistic to say, yeah, look, he got a hat-trick last time, he's going to get a hat-trick again. I want to see him make the difference. I want to see Marcus Rashford attack the defenders, because at the end of the day, when Marcus Rashford is attacking another team's defense, more often than not, he's going to get past them. More often than not, he's going to be able to create something. Decision-making for me is the only weakness Marcus Rashford has. If he's able to make the right decision 9 times out of 10, he would be the next Cristiano Ronaldo. He would be the next Lionel Messi, because he has all the capabilities to be a superstar in the footballing world. Definitely a top 5 young talent right now. So the pace is fine. The dribbling is fine. The shooting is fine. Decision-making is where Marcus Rashford needs to put his head up, make the right play, make the right decision. More often than not, he doesn't. So that is the objective for Marcus Rashford throughout the rest of the season and, of course, his career. And this is the team. Now, who's going to win this game? Manchester United, RB Leipzig. I'm going for a 1-0 Manchester United win. I think we have to come out here and play with our hearts on our strings. We need to give everything to the cause, and we need to score early. If we can score early, I back ourselves to keep a clean sheet if we're the first team to score. Similar to how the RB Leipzig game last time went, we scored first and we never looked back. So that's what I want to see again from this team. I don't know if RB Leipzig have enough attacking quality to make a real problem for Manchester United. They might be able to put a goal past us, but I can't see RB Leipzig scoring more than 2 goals in this game. So 2 goals will be enough for them. But I can't see them, even a small part of me can't see them scoring. So I want to see us score. I want to win this game. A draw is fine. We do qualify with a draw, but I want to see us win this game. And I want to see PSG lose as well. But I do want to see Manchester United win this game. So we wait and see what will happen. I'm predicting a 1-0 victory for Manchester United. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm praying for. If we do draw, look, at the end of the day, by hook or by crook, I just want to qualify. But I do want to see us get victory in this game. So that being said, I'm going to thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you're new. Let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts about this game, and do you think we will win? I'll see you in another Manchester United video, the match reaction for Manchester United versus RB Leipzig. Stay tuned for that. Take care. and peace.